What it do, my loves? This your girl, 5 Star Key. And this is 5 Star Readings LLC. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get some. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. First, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And always remember, a beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset. Okay, so just before I start this message or whatever, I'm gonna make sure I say a couple of high vibrational things because the projection is real. You understand? The projection is real. Like I don't understand why if somebody else is sick, whether it's mentally, sexually, physically, emotionally, or spiritually, they be wanting to project that shit on other people. And when it comes down to healthcare, you get what I'm saying? You got some women around this world that if women feel anything wrong with them, they will go get checked. You get what I'm saying? Like that's how you know people be manifesting sickness in their own life. Okay, so your competition isn't other people. Your competition is your bad habits, your distractions, your insecurities, your procrastinations, your lack of discipline, and your fear and your ego. Your future is shaped by the habit. Your future is shaped by your habits you repeat, not the goals that you set. Because you know we can get up on here projecting all day long, right? And it's not gonna do nothing but shape your future. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I choose to literally get up on here and be a good vibe every single day. You get what I'm saying? Like my intention is never to project things on these certain group of people when they know they took my business and they know they kept me stuck and they know they have been like penny pinching and lying to me. You get what I'm saying? And then it's kind of like when I react about what they do, then they want to get mad at me saying that I'm their enemy. Like that makes no sense. But the hardest battle is between your old habits and your new standards, okay? Old habits, new standards. Old habits, new standards. I'm finding my own happiness. I feel strong and well each day. Now, these are high vibrational morning affirmations. I will be kind to myself today. I am worthy of love and respect. I am surrounded by positivity. I will be productive and energetic all day. The sunrise fills me with energy and confidence. Today will be a positive day. I am beautiful. I am enough. I am blessed. Everything in my life is working out for the highest good. I fully surrender my desires and trust the universe has my back. The world needs my light and I am not afraid to shine. I am in charge of my mind. I am excited about this day. And being in charge of your mind is like paying attention to the signs because there's no red light over here. It's only green light. You get what I'm saying? It's only green light energy over here, no red lights. I am in charge of my mind. You get what I'm saying? Because I kid you not, if you turn around and you listen to some of the low vibrational things people say daily, you'll manifest those low vibrational things, act, places, robberies, manipulations. You'll manifest all that shit into your life. You get what I'm saying? That's why it's all returning to the person that sent the energy out. You get what I'm saying? Because when it comes down to people talking, I kid you not, this is why I only like to speak high vibrational things, is because literally people watching me. If I say anything, right, like as far as, oh, somebody gonna rob you today, the person that's listening, if they felt hit about what I said and they be like, oh God, I return that energy back to sender. And then you be like, damn. You get what I'm saying? You'll be like, damn. You get what I'm saying? Because the people that you listening to, some people that could be listening to you could be more spiritual. They could be more open to spiritual attacks. You get what I'm saying? So all people got to do when they hear negative shit, all they got to do is like, God, I return that energy back to sender because I know that's not my energy. You get what I'm saying? And then guess what? The person that spoke all that negative energy has to face that energy that they put out. I'm in charge of my own mind. So that's a good affirmation to say daily to people. And like I said, if I was a real trick, I wouldn't tell people the treat. You understand what I'm saying? Because to me, I don't like my mind getting tricked off. You get what I'm saying? Like, I do not like my mind getting tricked off at all, and I'm pretty sure no one else does. So when it comes down to it, it's just like one daily affirmation. If you don't say any daily affirmations, you could say, I am in charge of my mind. Anything that doesn't serve me will be left behind. So with that being said, the person that conjured up all that negative energy, they have to sit and overcome all that negative energy that they put out. I'm excited about this day. I will embrace happiness as my natural state of being. Today I am a magnet for abundance and positivity. I have the power to change my story. I am grateful for all that I have. I will be present in every moment. I welcome creativity to flow freely through me. I acknowledge my own self-worth. I am aligned with the energy of abundance. Wealth flows to me in unexpected and expected ways. I am open to limitless opportunities and prosperity. Money is a tool that supports my dreams and freedom. I deserve financial success and security. Every day I attract more wealth into my life. I am building an empire with passion, wisdom, and unstoppable faith. Every thought I think and every move I make creates waves of success. Opportunities are drawn to my light. Abundance flows through my purpose. I am calm in growth, bold in vision, and grounded in gratitude. Wealth, peace, and greatness are already mine because I was designed to shine beyond imagination. I am magnetic, worthy, and divinely guided. My life unfolds with grace, wealth, and prosperity and clarity. I attract opportunities, love, and abundance without chasing. Everything that's meant for me is already on its way. I am both the softness, the storm, grounded, glowing, and growing. He feels my love even in silence. Our bond is protected, evolving, and divinely aligned. If he is the one, we will rise together in wealth and love and legacy. If not, I will still bloom, and the one who meets me next will meet the very best version of me. Wealth is my birthright. I am open to receiving more than I ever imagined. I rest in the energy of overflow. Everything is working in my favor. I cleanse my energy field with love and intention. I seal my aura from all intrusive forces. Return all energy that isn't mine. No return address. I cut cords with anything draining my spirit. I trust my intuition to guide me safely. I stand in my power, fully protected. I call back my energy from all timelines. I shield my home with light and truth. I reject manipulation in all forms. I declare I am safe, sovereign, and spiritually guided and guarded. I am enough. I am worthy of love. I am beautiful. I believe in my capabilities. I am worthy of my dreams. I do not need validation from anyone. I am more than my body. I believe in myself. I am talented. I am brave, bold, and beautiful. I am proud of myself. I let go of negative self-talk. I accept myself unconditionally. I acknowledge my self-worth. I love the person I am becoming. I choose myself. I have the power to make change. I have the power to change. My imperfections make me unique and special. I deserve good things. I will succeed. I am in control of my thoughts, feelings, and choices. Grace, mercy, and blessings. Grace is when God gives us good things that we do not deserve. Because, see, some people been getting things that they haven't been deserving for years and now. You get what I'm saying? Grace is when God gives us things that we do not deserve. Mercy is when he spares us from the bad things we do deserve. Blessings are when he is generous with both. Truly, we can never run out of reasons to thank God. I am a money magnet. Money is drawn to me. I am attracting money at this very moment. Everything I touch turns into gold. I am ready and able to receive more money. Money is the root of joy and comfort. I deserve to make more money. My actions create prosperity. I constantly discover new sources of income. I release all negative energies over money. All the resources I need are within me. I can handle massive success with ease. I get rich doing what I love. An abundance of money is flowing into my life. I deserve to be rich. I let go of all fears around money. The more I give, the more I receive. I love my body. I am confident and I am brave. Okay, so this is so wild. Look, one of the positive words that my finger landed on was study. And the thing is, it's so wild because for one, I am in a study energy right now, but I'm also trying to learn more things as well. So, and we got fairness here. We got fairness. Study. Somebody needs to study fairness as well. Because you know how some people be like, oh, that's not fair, that's not fair. But study fairness. So you can see if you did things to get somebody else to lose their job and you lost yours, if you did things to get somebody to lose their house and they lost theirs or whatever the case is, then you got to study fairness and you got to study backfires because some people don't know. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they be thinking that they can get paid to torture their own family member. They can get paid to do certain things wicked to people and nothing comes back on them because they feel protected by a certain group of individuals. But it's just kind of like, when it come down to it, you know, it's kind of like, how can I was thinking, okay, I was thinking about when they said there was energy harvesting me when I was on my other channel. It was this group of people that was like, oh, the elites are going to harvest your energy next. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, that's when I was going through all the job losses. My money was messed up. You get what I'm saying? There's just so much going on. And it's like, why do these people pick me to harvest my energy? You know what I'm saying? Me and my child energy, me and my child don't be doing shit. Like, all I'm trying to do is be a mother and take care of my baby. That's it. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to take care of nobody else or anything else. Or I don't want to be concerned about anything else or nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Just me and my child. Like, you get what I'm saying? Anywho, this is a paper that I printed out about keys. It says finding the keys. Finding keys, especially old or original ones. Finding keys, especially old or original ones, that can be a sign that Hagate, the Greek goddess of magic, crossroads, and the night is calling onto you. She is often depicted as the keeper of keys to the universe and to the underworld. Oh shit. And finding keys can signify her presence or message for you. So find the keys because it's calling. You got to get some how can I say? It's like you need some, it's something old that you need to unlock, and then it's something new that you need to unlock. You get what I'm saying? It could be truths, it could be finances, it could be wealth, it could be how somebody else feeds their family. Like, it's something that you need to find when it comes down to certain keys. And it could be like spiritual keys. You could be going on a spiritual hunt. You get what I'm saying? Because like I said, I found these keys. Well, I think my other one, I found this one, and then it's another one on my couch or whatever. So but like I said, spiritual keys. Oh wow, that's wild. I got 2 keys. That is funny. And I wound up printing this a while ago. Oh, I printed this November 26, 2025 at 3:52 p.m. And I wound up getting these keys a different day. I kid you not, let me tell you something. It's so wild when it come down to me, my love, because I get certain things that I'm interested in. You get what I'm saying? I get certain things that I'm interested in, and then I just wind up going with the flow of life every single day. I wind up learning something new. I wind up discovering something every single day. So that's why it's kind of like, you know, finding the keys are very important. Because you know how sometimes you'll listen to a reading or you'll listen to something and you'll be trying to act that reading out right then and there, but you're not supposed to. You get what I'm saying? You're not supposed to act that reading out right then and there. You're supposed to let life unfold on its own. You get what I'm saying? That's kind of why I'm in a different energy. I'm more in the energy of enlightenment. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can care less about your cheating husband, your cheating ex, your cheating kids, your cheating coworker, your cheating job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can give a damn about anybody cheating, lying, putting shit in pockets and shit, because sometimes it's kind of like you got to figure out what your spirit is telling you. You get what I'm saying? Because you got some people that really don't go within. You get what I'm saying? Some people really don't go within at all. They don't even like pay attention to what they even say. Because like I said, there's no red light over here. It's all green lights. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, it could be, and let me tell you something too about this. It could be and let me tell you, if you've been guided to like find some type of keys in life, obviously that's God trying to get you to unlock certain elements within your mind, or certain how can I say, just certain spiritual things, maybe certain books you need to read, certain things that you need to discover or explore. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I'm not gonna say it's kind of like a rabbit hole, but sometimes you'll be wanting clarity and questions, and then you'll be like, wow, I got clarity in that conversation. I got clarity from listening to that person. I got clarity from talking to the clerk at the gas station, or talking to, somebody at the grocery store. You get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you get clarity in different ways. That's why it's good to, like, you know how people be trying to keep you inside and shit like that, but it's good to, like, move around, mingle, and work jobs that's in the field and shit. Because it's like, I've been trying to work jobs for a long time now, but it's been something blocking my finances. So with that being said, I'm not the type to want to, like, as of right now, I'm not the type to want to work at home. And the reason why I don't want to work at home is because I like to be out in the field. I am a single woman. I want a man. Like, I want to go on a motherfucking oyster day, bitch. You get what I'm saying? I want to go on a motherfucking oyster day. I don't want to, be at home, and then I'm working these long ass hours sitting here, not going nowhere, not seeing nobody. You get what I'm saying? Don't have no friends that like ain't making friends because I'm sitting at home, doing my little work from home thing. And then it's like, no, I don't like the work from home energy. I like to be out. You know what I'm saying? I like to be out in the field so I can see people. But anywho, what is this? It's 10:02. Okay, so this is a prayer for God's blessing. Lord, I place my life in your hands and my whole day in your hands. Guide my steps, my words, and my decisions. Let your will be done, not mine. I know that without you, I am nothing. Lead my thoughts, my choices, and my actions according to your perfect plan. From morning to night, guide me in every way. Fill me with your Holy Spirit, protect me from harm, renew my strength, and remind me that you are always with me. Oh, I don't go to church. I don't trust none of these churches around here. They all scammers, seem like. And when it come down to church, we don't have to go to church to build a relationship with God. Because the church is too judgmental nowadays. You get what I'm saying? Like, I learned different things in different ways, and the church is stuck in their old ways in the old days. You get what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like me and the church don't mesh well, because I'm kind of like a new type of energy. You get what I'm saying? When it come down to church, you get what I'm saying? Like, church don't accept my energy, and I've tried several times, and I'm no longer even going to the people that keep mentioning church, just please don't mention it to me anymore, because it's just kind of like I've tried. You get what I'm saying? It's like I tried the church thing, and I do love God. I do love spiritual healing. I love anything that is spiritual healing. If it's damaging to the soul, no, you need to go to a church. No, you need to go to the church to bless. I can't go to a church to bless anyone if they don't accept me for who I am. You get what I'm saying? If they don't accept me for the knowledge that I already carry, they be trying to like strip me of my knowledge, and then they want to embody it, and then they want me to forget so they can remember. Like, it's just that type of weird shit with certain church individuals. But like I said, I don't really. But like I said, maybe when I move from Oklahoma though. Maybe when I move from Oklahoma, I might find me a church that that's kind of decent. But anywho, I'm banishing all individuals who rely on negative verbal conditioning to distort one's path or choices in life, making the development of good habits difficult. And like I said all the time, I do like that motto is because people who do rely on negative verbal conditioning, they will try to have you in fear. They will try to have you confused just so their path won't be distorted. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like, oh, they'll have this person confused and manipulate a certain person just so they can either walk on your path and you can sit back at home wondering like, what am I gonna do with my life? What am I gonna do with this, that, and the third? Like I don't know what to do, and I don't know what to. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like they'll have you in that type of energy because you can already be on your path and things could be being good for you or doing good or well for you. You get what I'm saying? And it's like you got people that want to distort your path because they don't know where they're going. It's just kind of like they know where you going because they following your every move. You know what I'm saying? People that I do trying to steal my move ass bitch. And then it's kind of like, love your brother and sister. I don't have brother and sister. But anyway, well, I mean, I have sisters, but I don't have brother. But anywho, yeah. So like I said, conditioning to distort one's path of choice. That's kind of like people over the internet, right? Now I can remember clear as day. I was listening to this one guy. He kept telling people to quit their job. He kept telling people to quit their job and shit and get on their divine path. And I mean, I understand what he was saying because he wound up doing something that he didn't, you know what I'm saying? He wound up getting on his divine path and he didn't have to work a job. He was, good doing whatever he had to do. But when it comes down to everybody else in this world, everybody else cannot quit their job that listens to his ass. He had a lot of fucking followers. He had a lot of followers on this motherfucker. And he's telling everybody, quit your job. Quit your job. Get on your divine path. And it was just so funny because it's like, even if because it sounds good, you get what I'm saying? It literally sounds good to be like, hey man, quit your job. Get on your divine path. But shit, if you quit your job and try to get on your divine path, you'll be literally laying on somebody's goddamn sofa. You get what I'm saying? You'll be laying on somebody's sofa. You'll be wondering, oh, well, I don't have a church family because I don't resonate with any church around here. But anyway, but yeah, so it's kind of like, they be like, quit your job, get on your divine path. But, we listen to what he said for real. If we really listen to what the fuck he said, it'll be like, okay, so we all quitting our jobs. We all trying to get on our divine path, but hell, we don't know which way to go. All we know is to follow his ass because he told us, you know what I'm saying? He told us to quit our jobs and get on our path, but all we did was follow him, and hell, he don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he could be confused a little bit because it's kind of like, you need to work to eat. And then when it comes down to this, in this world, like literally they have all type of different things in this world. Your divine path could be anything. You get what I'm saying? Like, even when it comes down to like, I kid you not, working at like little mediocre shit like McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, and Arby's and all that weird shit. It's kind of like, they have corporate positions for those type of places. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's when I went to McDonald's one time and for an interview, it was this guy. He was telling me it's a district that he runs, and he interviews. All he do is interview people all day long. You get what I'm saying? Like every day he work. I don't know if he works a full 8 hours. You get what I'm saying? But he works like maybe 3-4 hours. You know what I'm saying? 30-45 minutes sometimes. And I kid you not, it's like he worked a whole 8-hour shift because all he do is go around interviewing people. He go around interviewing people, setting up interviews, getting to know the people and things like that. You get what I'm saying? And that's a McDonald's job. Like you'll be like, damn, he's a McDonald's worker, and this man, he got a nice ass car, nice ass home, and all that shit, and all he do is only work a couple hours a day. He do not work full time at all. He only work a couple damn hours. And to me, that's a great thing to like, when you work in certain environments like that, it's a great thing to like think like broader. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like at McDonald's, when I used to work at McDonald's, I was like a shift lead. You get what I'm saying? Like that was the most, biggest title I had at McDonald's until I came to Oklahoma and I started exploring my options. And I'm like, okay, they need housekeepers here. So with that being said, I was the head housekeeper of the whole building. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting up here making bitches schedule, making schedules. I wasn't involved with like the payroll or anything, but it was like ordering supplies, like doing all that type of shit. You get what I'm saying? Just making sure that I was always the first one there pretty much and the last one to leave, So it was a good experience even being a supervisor for housekeeping. You get what I'm saying? Because I had my own office, bitch. I had my own motherfucking office up in that bitch. Girl, them girls that was tired from working. Because I can relate to like housekeeping. You get what I'm saying? So I bullshit you not. The girls that was like tired and shit, they'll come talk to me because I was just that type. You get what I'm saying? They'll come talk to me and they're like, girl, this is overwhelming, woo, woo, woo. And I don't encourage anyone to quit their job. You get what I'm saying? I don't encourage anyone to quit, and I never was firing anybody because we need workers. So it's kind of weird. Like, how certain establishments, they'll do that weird ass shit. They'll be firing motherfuckers. They'll be firing good ass workers that they know that's working and come into work with good energy, good attitude, but then they just evil as fuck and they'll just fire you anyway because they want to abuse their authority. Me personally, when I'm in a manager position, I don't do that type of shit. And the reason why is because we need the workers. You get what I'm saying? And then not only that, the people that's working with me, it's kind of like, we hired you. So it's kind of like, I want to build a bond. I want to build a connection no matter, if it is just a coworker connection. If we see each other, we pass each other some cake or some ice cream or, some coffee or some shit every now and then. Or a nice hug or a conversation. You get what I'm saying? Like, long as it's a good environment or a good relationship, then I'm cool with it. You get what I'm saying? But as far as, distorting one's path, because that's also could be distorting one's path when you a good worker, you coming to work and you need to pay your bills and shit. And it's like they fire you because of no reason or they fire you on your day off and shit. It's kind of like, okay, so y'all are distorting my path because y'all know I need to pay these bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole reason why I applied to the job. Because I bullshit you not. If I never had one bill, or if I never, you know what I'm saying? If I never had one bill or never wanted to apply for a job, then I would have never applied. You understand what I'm saying? And that be the thing with them people. They don't be thinking about that shit. They be thinking about what they can gain temporarily by distorting one's path. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, me being a supervisor at the hotel, that literally put me in I'm talking about when I say that put me in a professional type of energy because for one, when you a supervisor, you can't be, you know what I'm saying? You can't be running around being reckless, talking crazy and doing all that type of silly ass shit. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like, it's a respectable thing. You got to learn the policies, the rules. Because me, I'm the type, I like to go by the book. You get what I'm saying? I'm that type. I like to go by the motherfucking book. And the reason why is because it's like the book ain't going to tell me nothing wrong. You get what I'm saying? Now, I might, when it comes down to some things in the book, I might tell a person, oh, you can, instead of, what could I say? Okay, instead of like, okay, just say in housekeeping, it's like a certain routine. Like, just say we go by the book. When you come in the room, open up the window, and then you get all the old shit out, which is the dirty linen and shit. You get the dirty linen out, and then get all the trash out. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, your room is completely stripped, empty, no linen and all that stuff in there. Because that's how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to take all the dirty shit out there first or whatever. But you got some people that I would recommend this. Instead of doing it that way, I would say get all your sheets, towels, and look in the bathroom, any amenities that you need or whatever the case is. I would say get everything that you need off your cart, put it on the dresser. You get what I'm saying? Put it on the dresser. As soon as you strip everything in your room, you can strip everything, put it in the dirty linen basket, and then your sheets and stuff are already in your room. Your sheets and towels and amenities are already in there. So therefore, you don't have to keep going back and forth to your cart every 5 minutes looking for a sheet or an amenity or something. So therefore, you got everything out, and now you got everything in. So therefore, you can go hurry up and throw them sheets on that bed. You can go ahead and put the towels on the thing. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like I was giving them like, if you don't love everyone, you can't love God. Say you must love everyone. That's a lie. You don't have to love everyone to love God because everyone doesn't love God. Because if that was the case, then do you not know Jesus would be drained? Jesus would be drained. Come fold my sheets. Period. I would. What it do? Yeah, and people got to stop listening to other people when it comes down to that. People say, oh, if you don't love everybody, then you don't love God. God doesn't love everybody because everybody doesn't love God. Good morning, my love. But anyway, okay, so one of the Maya laws is a woman's highest calling is to lead a man to his soul, so as to unite him with source. You get what I'm saying? So unite your man with source. I'm doing good, my love. Her lowest calling is to seduce a man and separating a man from his soul and leaving him aimlessly wandering. So that's kind of like, you know how when it's kind of like we listen to false prophets and things like that. Sometimes those false prophets can lead a man aimlessly wandering for his soulmate. He like, man, I've been looking for my soul. You know what I'm saying? I've been, exploring woo, this, and the third is nothing's been working out because it's kind of like these people are like, it's kind of like they're trying to disconnect you from your soul and they want you wandering around this world. So you know what I'm saying? Because when a man wandering around this world, all he doing is, using his sex to get what he wants or using, can you have more than one soulmate? Yes, I believe so. I believe you can have more than one soulmate. Yes. But but how I feel about more than one soulmate, it's kind of like I feel like only one person you match with, your life partner. You get what I'm saying? Like I can understand you can have more than one soulmates, but you only have one life partner. Somebody that wants to be with you for life, do life with you. I'm talking about lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Don't want nobody else talking to you, being with you, kicking it with you. Only one life partner will be in that type of energy. You can have different type of soulmates as far as like, I think we're soulmates. But how though? I don't be thinking that nobody my soulmate until a man show me. You get what I'm saying? Like none of these men show me nothing good or valuable. You get what I'm saying? These men be doing mediocre shit just to try to secure a spot. And like, okay, well, I know you loyal, so as long as I do a little something for you, you ain't gonna talk to nobody else. Like, no, bitch, you better do a lot for me because the little shit I'm done with. I'm done doing little shit. Anywho, so with that being said, a man's highest calling is to protect a woman. Because sometimes these men, they be like, oh, I like you, but they'll never give you no type of protection. It don't be no financial protection, no spiritual protection, no mental protection or anything like that. It just be, oh, I like this woman. Okay, you like a woman, but are you protecting that woman? Are you providing? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes these men just be like, no, I just like a motherfucker. Okay, well, just because you like a motherfucker, that person is not finna sit there waiting on your ass just to figure out that you like them a little bit more to pay a bill. You get what I'm saying? These niggas would be like, oh, I like you. Okay, I like me too. You get what I'm saying? Like, I like me too, and I cannot lie. God loves everyone. Please, my sister, go to church. Good people. No, you ain't finna force me into a demonic church that I already explored. Sorry. Mental connections matter the most. Yes. Mental connections do matter the most. And the reason why is because, like I said, we could be here on some shit versus, I don't know. It's just wild because some spiritual women, other people don't understand. You get what I'm saying? Like some spiritual women people do not understand because some women have distorted the spiritual community so hard to the point where it's just kind of like, that's why God was saying, do away with necromancy and all that type of shit. And the reason why is because it's like they distorted the shit. They used it for their own gain versus, we trying to help heal. And it's a soul's journey, not a sick journey or not no motherfucking, we talking about your past journey or we talking about your motherfucking toxic ass ex and a toxic ass opportunity and toxic kids and toxic finances and toxic shit. You get what I'm saying? Spiritual journey ain't for all the toxic talk. You get what I'm saying? It's to really elevate you when it come down to your ex. If you realize your ex is a liar or a cheater or manipulator, then it's kind of like not every church is the same. Well, guess what? I done did my journey with the church already. You know what I'm saying? The church never helped me at all. They never helped me. So with that being said, it's kind of like I need to do my own thing because the church always stagnated me. They stagnated me, the church. The church never helped me. They stagnated me and they lied. They're liars in the church. Anywho, but yeah, I forgot what the fuck I was saying. Because you keep talking about this church shit and you're going to piss me off every time because it's just like I already tried the church thing. Like literally, I've been on YouTube since 28 years old. I've been already expressing my I need a lady with ambition, period. Hell yeah. And I need a man with ambition too. I need a man that recognizes a real from the fake. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes these men be like, oh, I love her. But why you didn't marry somebody that you love? Why you didn't support somebody that you love? You get what I'm saying? Like, to me, that makes zero sense. But anywho, okay, hold on. If we're not connecting, I'm not directing. Okay, period. Because that's literally how I feel nowadays. Because I'm talking about men can trick you into thinking that you like them. But I kid you not. Some of these men, they just are, some men are naturally unlovable. You get what I'm saying? They're unlovable because they've done so much wicked in their life. And then they be expected for a woman to save their ass after they done did so much wicked. They had a baby with this person, fucked with this person, was confused about this, and the third, but they never decided to talk to you about anything. You get what I'm saying? They never decided to talk to you and sit and have a real conversation, but they decided to try to get you killed just so they could fuck with the person who they thought was better, when in reality they find out now the person that they thought was better than you is not nowhere near. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere near you. No drive, no love, no excitement. Period. Yes, and that's how I feel. Like, I kid you not. That's how I feel. That's why every day I'm in the energy of filling my mind up with good things and great things. So therefore, if anything backfires, it will be nothing but great abundance. It'll be nothing but great energy, blessings, and opportunities. Because you got people that are so hell-bent on keeping you stuck. And it's so sad because it's like, damn, bitch, you done confused your whole motherfucking life to the point where you wanted to destroy my entire life. Like, bitch, you done tricked your whole life off to the point where you want to use my identity. You done tricked your whole motherfucking life off to the point where you want to use me and my child for your benefit. Like, no. My third eye be on the motherfucker, period. Go to church on your face. You look good. Okay, I'm finna block you because you ain't finna keep telling me about the same thing, honey. And I already told you. I already told you about church that I went to and I experienced in Oklahoma. That's why I said I'm not going to a church in Oklahoma anymore. I done already went to churches around here. I done already did it. So with that being said, when I move, I will go to another church and find me a church that is presentable and accepting of who I am. If a church don't accept me for who I am, then I am not going to a church. I'm only going to a church that's accepting of me. Because people be sitting around in churches knowing damn well the whole church and everybody in that motherfucker fake as hell. And me, I'm not sitting in a church that I know is not real. You get what I'm saying? If it's fake and shit, I'm not sitting there. I'm not sitting around some fake shit. I want to go to a real church that have real messages, real guidance, and they really care about the upcoming prophets. You get what I'm saying? Those are the churches I want to go to that really give a fuck. Because you got some churches that know that it's hard to be a prophet because you got to heal and you got to learn and you got to sit and meditate and you got to guide. Like, a real prophet and real pastors know that, okay, that's a prophet. I got to work side by side by this person. You get what I'm saying? Versus it's kind of like, oh, well, read your Bible, go to church. Read your Bible, go to church and pray. But that shit is not going to benefit. You know what I'm saying? That shit is not really benefiting a prophet, a real prophet. Because a real prophet is smart. I bullshit you not, y'all. Y'all be sitting up here thinking that prophets are dumb and shit. A real prophet is smart. A real prophet is not dumb. Just like a real pastor. A real pastor is smart. That's why certain pastors I listen to. That's why certain prophets I don't listen to. Because you got some prophets, no shit, no shade. Some prophets are not smart at all. And some pastors aren't smart at all. And that's not no dig Or, you know what I'm saying? That's not no dig or no shot or no shade, but that's just the God honest truth. Prophets are smart because they know they have to explore certain things. Why you think you got something like, I kid you not, there was this one lady, she told me about this man and she told this one lady, she was a real prophet. She told me about this man. She didn't know nothing about me from Adam, Eve, or Steve. You understand me? She didn't know nothing about me. Where's my kingdom spouse? You got to find them because I don't know. Whatever kingdom is in your mind, that's how you'll find your man. You get what I'm saying? Like, whatever you believe in, you know, you'll find it that way. But anywho, so, okay. So anywho, this lady, she was a real prophet. She was selling rethreads. You get what I'm saying? Like, she didn't have no multi-million-dollar business. She didn't have no fancy ass sign. You get what I'm saying? She didn't have anything like fancy to be like, go in that direction. You get what I'm saying? She didn't say, she didn't have signs that, you know, said that, right? So anyway, the car wound up breaking down because I was in Ebony's car, my little sister. I was in Ebony's car. Ebony was in my car. Ebony had like some type of what was it? She had like a car with like Fifth Avenue, and then I had a Monte Carlo. And my tags and shit was fucked up on the Monte Carlo. So, and Ebony had license. So Ebony was using my Monte Carlo, and then I was driving in her Fifth Ave. So I bullshit you not. And I think it was called Fifth Avenue. I forgot what kind of car she had, but it was like an old ass hearse looking car. But anyway, hell, long story short, her car wound up breaking down. I just got off for work because I was working at the Croc Center. And the Croc Center is kind of like, the Croc Center in Mississippi was kind of like the YMCA here. You get what I'm saying? So I got off work and then I drove home. I stopped at the liquor store because I always do that every day I get off work. I stop at the liquor store. And then my sister's car wound up breaking down at this intersection. It was like on 28th Street, and I forgot the other name of the street. It was in Mississippi. But the car wound up breaking down, and the police was there. Like, I don't know. It kind of seemed like it could have been set up. But then again, it's like at that time I wasn't thinking about coincidences and shit. So bam, I'm in the car, and the car stopped in the middle of the road, and literally at the top of this road right here, cause see, I'm on this side. The car stopped right here, and I'm needing to go this way. So a police was sitting right here. So the police put his lights on. He got out his car, and he helped this other man. And I don't even know where these men came from, but he was two big ass men able to push a damn car with a bitch in it. You get what I'm saying? So these two men, the police, they pushed the car in the gas station parking lot. So I got out the car. I was kind of aggravated. So I wound up going in the store, getting me a Black and Mild. And this lady, and I wound up sitting back in the car, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm calling my sister them, and then, because I was down the street from my house, I really wasn't, I bullshit you now, I really wasn't just tripping like that, because I'm like, shit, you know, if need be, I could just, you know, leave the car parked right here, and I could walk my ass home, because I'm literally down the street from my house. So anywho, long story short, I get back in our car, I'm smoking the black, and this lady walks up on me, and she was like, "You thirsty?" Because I was sweating and shit, and I was big too at the time. You know what I'm saying? She was like, "You thirsty?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am." You know what I'm saying? And then she handed me some water, and she was like, "You can get out that hot car. You can come sit up under this tent with me." So I said, "Okay." So but I told her, I said, "I'm smoking my black though." I said, "I'm smoking my black." She was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's okay." And I was like, "Are you sure?" You know, she was an older lady, and you know what I'm saying? I was like, "Are you sure?" She was like, "Yeah." So I got out there, and I was sitting under her tent, and we was talking, and she was telling me about, she was like, "Don't trust this man. Don't trust this man. Don't trust this man. He is the devil. He will ruin your life." She was like, "Do not trust that man. Do not trust him. Do not trust him." And I was like, "Do you know who he is?" You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my first time ever having a spiritual experience like that, right? Because I don't think she knew who I was, but I don't think she did, because I bullshit not. Ever since she told me that shit, I never saw her a day before. I never seen her again. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's like, okay, so I was like, "Do you know what he looks like?" You know what I'm saying? And she described him to me. And I bullshit you not. She was like, he will ruin your life. She said, he's not who you think he is. And he will ruin your life. She told me, because I was crying, because like I said, I used to not be able to see how I looked. You get what I'm saying? And she was like, you are one of God's most beautiful angels. God loves you. Oh, my candle is, my flame is like this fucking high. That's how I know it's true. But she was like, you are one of God's most beautiful angels. God loves you. And all this and that, right? And I just started crying because I'm like, you know, I think the man I was with was in jail, so I was alone, and it was so much shit going on when it come down to family and all that. So I really was, I'm talking about, my head was in my Bible then. My head was in my Bible. I was going to church, but I was still drinking though. I even went to church drunk as a motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? Like, I went to church drunk as fuck. And but they called me. That's why I said the church that I was going to, I really loved it at church because I was going to Bible study every Sunday, and I was going to church. I mean, I was going to Bible study every Wednesday, and then I was going to church every Sunday. But they made sure, like, it was so wild because they made sure they called me. Like, are you coming? They made sure every Wednesday they was calling me. Are you coming to church this Wednesday? And I told them the truth one day, because I went a couple Wednesdays, and then this one Wednesday I decided to get drunk, and they was like, they text me. I don't know why they happened to text me out the blue that day, because any other Wednesday I go to church they don't never text me, but they text me. It's like, are you I was like, Kiara, are you coming to church? I said, no, I'm drunk. I've been drinking. They was like, it's okay, still come. Like, literally, that's what the fuck they said. They said, it's okay, still come. Do you not know I was in that motherfucker crying so hard because I was crying because it's just like, you know, I didn't know what entity or what devil or what was fighting me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't know what the fuck it was. But I guess it was like, I don't know. I guess it was just like my life experiences, lack of, you know, compassion, love, understanding. You get what I'm saying? When you lack those things, you'll try to, you know, cope, you know what I'm saying, with certain things. And like, them people was like, I'm talking about, man, I was in that motherfucker crying and shit. And then it's like the pastor, he was more so like, he more so had my back than his wife type shit. His wife was looking like, why y'all tell this motherfucker to come up here like that? She was looking at me like, and she was literally like, I'm talking about every day I come to church and I would pay attention and shit like that. It's kind of like I would always peep that she would be mad about something. You get what I'm saying? Or she would be kind of like looking at me and like, but literally it's kind of like, I never paid attention to how I look for real. Like, I don't be giving a fuck. You get what I'm saying? But I know any man that I ever see always love me. Any man that I always see always say I'm gorgeous, beautiful, and all this other shit. You get what I'm saying? So I never pay attention to the way I look because I know if I wanted a man, I can get a man. If I want this or whatever, I can get. You get what I'm saying? So I never really paid attention to that. My main thing was my connection with God always. And that was this was like a long ass time ago. I bullshit. I made a song and I said, what song was I saying? I said something in the song and I was just like, I'm looking at the sky. I'm trying to get my luck up. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess I was just down on my luck or something around that time. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know, it's just like I'm just trying to get my luck up. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get my luck up. I'm trying to go to church. I'm trying to build my relationship and things like that. That's when my mama's homegirl, because she's married to a pastor, and she told me, she was like, you so in love with that black ass nigga, woo 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 woo. And she was like, well, she didn't say it like that, but she kind of was like, in so many words, she was telling me that he's not the one for me. You get what I'm saying? Like, in so many words, she kept just saying that shit, and it's just kind of like, well, why? You know, it's kind of like hard to believe when a man is coming back home to you, when he's calling you every day, when he's showing you a little love, even though at the time she was like, you know, you should be living in a better environment than the projects or that low vibrational neighborhood or whatever the case is. You get what I'm saying? You should be doing way better, or, you know, looking at life in a different perspective. But at that time, I guess literally I was down on my luck to the point where I just couldn't I just couldn't understand what she was talking about until I literally had to be by myself, be away from him. You get what I'm saying? And then I had to just, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I had to really just sit back and understand, like, you right. That man don't give a fuck about me, because if he did, he would have put me in a car. If he did, he would grind harder for me and mine. You know what I'm saying? If he did care about us, then, you know, he would do more for us. He wouldn't be lying to me. He wouldn't be manipulative like that. He wouldn't do any wicked thing like that if he really cared. You get what I'm saying? And I kid you not, I never had a kid with that man. Like, me and that man was together for 8 years. We was together for 8.5 years, and I never got pregnant, not one time, by his ass. That's how you know God was blocking that shit. You get what I'm saying? Because she was telling me, she was like, Kiara, you got some beautiful, she said, Kiara, you got some beautiful babies in you. She was like, you got some beautiful babies in you, but you're not going to have kids with him, because you're not meant to have kids with him. Because if somebody, like, you know how sometimes us women, we can look at a man and be like, oh, I want, this and this and this and that with him. But yet, he lied to you. He cheated on you. He abused you. He neglected you. He stole from you. You get what I'm saying? He's somebody that, hell, I bullshit you not. It's kind of like if you would have did everything that he did to you. Like, hold on. If you would have did everything that he did to you, he wouldn't fuck with you at all. You get what I'm saying? He wouldn't fuck with you. He'll look at you like you a thief, a liar, a con, somebody that you can't trust. He'll look at you like, he would be looking at you like that if you was to be wicked like how he was to you. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, when it come down to like old love, old relationships and things, if a man ain't showing me that he's able to provide, like I learned how to detach so heavily from my past relationship. So with that being said, it's just kind of like, it's just kind of like, I don't want anybody of the past. I don't want nobody that he had to go to years and years and years of testing my loyalty, testing my strength, testing my resilience, testing my self-love, testing my spiritual evolution, testing all these things for years and years and years and years and years, just so you can try to gain something off of me. But anywho, long story short, I did want to mention about this Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio man. He did something evil. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio man. He has some type of demonic attachment to a child or whatever. And he could have also been in cahoots with someone trying to give an opportunity to a child. And that's another reason why, that's another reason why certain people could have been coming around. Certain people could be asking how old your kids is and things like that, because somebody was trying to present something that was either meant for you, so you can provide and take care of your own child. It's kind of like somebody was trying to like manipulate a situation. So this grown man, whether it's a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius man. Oh shit, I remember something this guy was telling me now. Oh, his wife is wicked. Because, okay, so I'm not going to mention everything he said. But if he's listening, hopefully he'll understand what I'm saying. I remember he was saying something about his child. He had a teenage girl. Yeah, he had a teenage girl or whatever. But this was before my daughter was even older. Like I believe his daughters are older than mine. But he was telling me something about his daughter. And what happened was his wife was into witchcraft. You get what I'm saying? And his wife needed, I don't know, like a youthful energy or something like that. So it's kind of like she did some spiritual work on his daughter. And I don't even think that was her daughter. You get what I'm saying? It was kind of weird, because maybe he had a kid. Maybe he had a kid outside of her. You get what I'm saying? And she was either jealous of the way the kid looked, because maybe the kid was beautiful. I mean, some men have beautiful ass kids. Like, I kid you not. And they love some men, like the most beautiful kids sometimes be the most sweetest ones. Sometimes they be the most evilest ones. But in this type of situation, I feel like this child was beautiful. You get what I'm saying? Beautiful, sweet, loving. You get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like the wife or the girl that he was with. Hell, it even could have been a man if he was gay. You get what I'm saying? That man or whoever the fuck he was with was trying to tie himself energetically to a child. They were trying to tie their energy to a child's energy because they know a child energy got opportunities and blessings. That the adults in the situation, maybe they was doing witchcraft trickery for a long time, and they been using people for a long, long time, and it distorted the child's energy. You get what I'm saying? Because when somebody putting shit on you, whether it's like you don't know if how can I say, when you a child and you don't know that, you know, somebody's fucking with your energy, and you can walk around smelling like shit or ass or just stank as fuck, it's because somebody was manipulating that child's energy. That's what it was. Cause I smelled some shit like that on my daughter one day, and I'm like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? Cause we don't do no shit. You get what I'm saying? We don't do no shit. Like, what the fuck is going on here? So with that being said, my love, I wound up going to the spiritual store. I wound up getting some spiritual oils, cleansing things. I wound up just looking up all type of things to cleanse the energy. And I bullshit you not, I got my daughter on some vitamins and shit, because I even noticed my baby's skin was fucking up, like her face and shit. And it's just like, no, like my daughter has a beautiful, gorgeous face, and you get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't, you know, that's how I know it was something going on. But anywho, collagen, I started, of course, I always, you know what I'm saying, I always do the gummies or whatever, but I told my daughter I put my daughter on the collagen, and then it was like spiritual baths. I started giving my daughter spiritual baths. And I kid you not, when I started doing that shit, when I started giving my daughter spiritual baths, I started having these damn dreams and shit. Because I started paying attention to my daughter, like when she sleep. She was like, it's like she was like fighting somebody or something in her fucking sleep. And I'm like, hold the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? That shit pissed me off, because it's like, who is trying to do something to my fucking child while she fucking sleep? You get what I'm saying? So I wound up, you know, getting some, what oil was that? I think it was, what was it? It was pepper. It was black pepper. It was black pepper essential oil. And I wound up getting that black pepper essential oil. Do you not know it was a lot of demonic or negative spirits around, you know, my child's energy, my energy? So I wound up putting that black pepper oil on her hand and on her head while she was asleep. And I wound up praying and stuff that night. And then I woke up and I'm like, hold on. So what is these people doing? It's kind of like, it was weird, because I kid you not, I don't do, you know, when it come down like spiritual attacking and shit, I literally saw somebody spiritually attacking my child. It was like a skinny motherfucker or a tall motherfucker. And I'm like, who is this person? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, who is this person attacking a little teenage child? You get what I'm saying? And my whole thing is, I don't know who that tall, it was a skinny motherfucker or whatever. It's like, my child is, I don't know if that person was like 18, 19, or even 20, hell. My daughter's 12 and 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? At the time. 12, 13, and 14 years old. Like, bitch, I don't even give a fuck if my daughter is bigger than you. My daughter is younger than you. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, she's not even on your mental level, because the thing is, you are what, 17, 18, 19, 20? My daughter is what, 14, 13, 15? You get what I'm saying? So my thing is, why are you, you know what I'm saying? Why was you so hell-bent on fucking with my child like that? You get what I'm saying? Because me personally, no bitch will prosper fucking with my child. You get what I'm saying? But anywho, like I said though, this guy, because I remember going through, like I said, a situation like that with my child, smelling shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knowing what's going on, you know, but it's the fact of, it was a witch or somebody that got a hold to your child, whether it could have been a family member, a friend, or hell, just say your child could have slept by your sister's house. Oh, wow. And see, my sister and them know, let me tell you, one thing about me, my sisters and them don't really know me like that. You get what I'm saying? All they know is what they think of me. Now, if I ever find out that my child was around a family member and something bad happened to my child around a family member, then, you know, that's neither here nor there, because I bullshit you not. You know, when it come down to kids, like, we don't, me personally, me and my sisters, the way I feel about my sisters is that we don't play about that shit. Me and my sisters, we can fucking argue, cuss each other out all day long, not fuck with each other all day long. But when it come down to them kids, I'm talking about go mode. You get what I'm saying? Because the kids are the legacy. The kids are, the kids are us growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, the kids are us. So with that being said, it's kind of like, why not protect and nurture your kid? Why not protect and guide your kid? But, for somebody to want to manipulate your child and hurt and harm your child, and then everybody knows about it but you, and then everybody laughing about it, that'll be the part that make me not fuck with people. You get what I'm saying? Because I kid you not, my love, I don't, even when I read cards and shit, my thing is I don't read cards about kids. You get what I'm saying? We're adults. You get what I'm saying? We're literally adults. We're not supposed to read cards about kids and shit. And I didn't even know, like, energetically, that somebody was attaching themselves to my little child. Somebody was attaching themselves to my baby. But whoever it was a demonic person. It was a witch or a warlock attaching themselves to my daughter's energy. That's why I said, when people get into spirituality, they got to know certain things. And then, look, my sister told me, I don't know about, hold on, let me Google this shit. Hold on. Let me Google some shit real quick, because I need to figure something out. Girl, they done got out on my motherfucking sister, bitch, because I knew something was weird when she said, because she went to jail on some dry shit. And she talking about some, girl, they talking about she gotta go to court at 6:30 p.m. I said, bitch, if you go to court at 6:30 p.m., you will be a damn fool. You will be a damn fool going to court at 6:30 p.m. at night. I said, bitch, that sound like a scam to me. You get what I'm saying? 6:30 at night p.m. She's in Kansas. She's in the city of Kansas. So I just Googled it. I said, Kansas court system hours of operation from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And I bullshit you not. Even court everywhere, really. Even court in any state, in any situation, they don't have court after fucking 5. Because the judge got to go to fuck home. You get what I'm saying? The judge be there all fucking day. His ass got to go his ass home. That's how you know people that have like pull power with police and shit, they be doing all type of weird ass shit. Cause that's talking about this bitch. She didn't even stab the nigga. She said that he got a scratch on his ass. She said he got a scratch on his ass. He said that bitch ass nigga got a scratch on his motherfucking ass. And he talking about some, he called the police on me. I said, oh yeah, that's how you know he's a bitch ass nigga with his stinking ass. She was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about his ass no more. I was like, bitch, I'm glad. I'm glad she don't. I promise you. I'm glad she do not give a fuck about him. Because the thing is, little minor shit like that, okay, I can understand now. I probably can understand they sitting up here saying that, oh yeah, Ebony, you gotta go to court at 6:30 p.m. because it's a whole investigation type shit as far as, oh, it was blood on the floor, it was this and the third and whatever the fuck. You get what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, I would understand if it was some shit like that. But they literally had a fight, altercation, and he hit her, he abused her. And then he called the like after she, child, I don't get what. That's why I said fuck Kansas, bitch. Fuck Kansas. I'm not moving to that motherfucker. I was thinking about moving to Kansas, but I said, you know what? Fuck that motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? And then the reason why I was gonna move to Kansas was because for one, it's a new environment, new state and shit. Then for two, my sisters and my nieces and nephews is there, so shit. And I ain't got no job here in Oklahoma, so shit. What's the fucking point of me staying? You know what I'm saying? What's the point of me staying here when my sister could need help with her kids and shit, and I can need help with my kid? You get what I'm saying? Like, that be the routine. That be the thing with me. Like, we stay with each other, we help each other out. Because that's what she was supposed to come. Before she even moved to that trailer or whatever, she was supposed to come back over here to Oklahoma. Because her Annalisa, the baby, her car seat's over here. I'm not a car seat, but the baby's crib is at my house. And she was supposed to come and get the baby's crib. But anywho, yeah, it's kind of like somebody could have got themselves involved with a whole, yeah, buddy. Somebody got themselves involved with a whole bunch of trickery. Somebody was like traveling, doing a lot of wicked shit. It's kind of like somebody that travels doing a lot of stuff. They do a lot of stuff in secret when they travel. Somebody could regret a lot of things that they've done because somebody did a lot of things to manipulate a situation. And it's kind of like when you think you got the upper hand in the situation, you think that your projection will land. You get what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, you know, when it come down to my health, I donate blood. I donate all type of shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, I donate blood. I donate plasma, bitch. I go get my ass checked. You get what I'm saying? Like the doctors know me. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers know me, and they know my wealth and my health. And the reason why is because I checked up on myself. If I feel any type of way about anything, even a man, like, this is how loyal I am of a woman. You got some niggas out here that are nasty cheaters, right? Like, this one guy that I met, he was like, I mean, after the whole situation, the health situation with me and him, the whole health scare with me and him, shit, I never fuck with him ever again. You get what I'm saying? And the only reason why is because I like to smell. Oh my God, hold on, what was I doing? I like to smell good as a motherfucker. Listen, it was some weird shit. I was having this dream. What the fuck? I was having this dream one day, or I don't know if this was last night. I'm not even gonna mention it. I'm not even gonna mention the dream, but I had this dream, and it was just wild. That's all I can say. But anyway, like I said though, somebody does travel a lot, but it's kind of like, you know, if you travel or whatever and you meet somebody that you do like, and then you wind up fucking over the one person that you do like. Out of everybody else, you treated the one person that you do like fucked up. And it's like, that be the thing sometimes with men. Men do that a lot. They find one person that they like, and then they slap over the motherfucker, thinking that, oh, well, since you love me this certain way, I know for a fact I can find a group of bitches that love me the same way that you love me. But in reality, no. It'll all be fake. But anywho, long story short, all I know is when it comes down to your intuition, the mysterious things of life, make sure you understand the unknown for real. Because like I said, some people go through the unknown and they have to explore certain things. That's why people get second chances. That's why that's why sometimes people's spiritual privileges do not get revoked, especially if they learn from their mistakes. Now, if you got somebody out here that's constantly manifesting tragedy for themselves and their family and friends and things around them, their environment around them, then it's just kind of like, you know, then the environment or the situation has to fall. So that person knows, like, you know, like, okay, that person manifests that in their life. Okay, so then that was their karma for that person losing their house or losing whatever the fuck. That was their karma for manifesting certain negative things. You get what I'm saying? So then once you realize, okay, like, okay, I was manifesting negative things and stuff like that. And it's not, and then when you really turn around and think about it, like, it's not really affecting anyone else. It's only affecting the person that's putting the negative story out there. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's just kind of like when it come down to it, recognize the truth, understand the truth, speak high vibrational things daily. You get what I'm saying? Like, I kid you not, keep high vibrational things on your mind. Yeah, because I kid you not, if when people start paying attention to projection and what projection really is, because projection, the way that I can simplify the term and definition of projection is the fact of, okay, just say, for instance, you healthy. Just say you healthy, my love. You love, and just say you supportive and all this and that type of shit, right? And then you constantly got somebody that's saying that you're sick. Somebody's constantly saying that you're sick, you're sick, you're sick. That's a projection. You get what I'm saying? That is a projection that somebody's trying to get you to understand. You get what I'm saying? With that being said, it's like, because if somebody can get you sick or convince you that you're sick, then what will you do? You will constantly go to the doctor. You will constantly go to like mental health people, physical health people, the hospital. You get what I'm saying? You'll constantly go get checked about something that ain't even wrong with your ass. You get what I'm saying? That's how you know it be spiritual. It be like kind of like spiritual sicknesses and things like that. And the reason why is because sometimes those witches, my love, if they can project sickness on you, then they can either convince a crowd of people or some people that, a death or something. You know what I'm saying? They can convince you of that, and then they'll be collecting money and insurance. You know what I'm saying? Because that's literally what they want. Because I kid you not, why is somebody going around in their head talking about some, or they want you or the collective, the people that even listen to them, to believe that they're sick and things. That's kind of why it's like, by light, by root, by fire and stone, I call my power back as my own. No fear, no weight, no voice, no chain shall cross this sacred self again. With air around and flames within, let only love and truth come in. This is my space, my soul, my light, protected now both day and night. When it come down to love and truth, now, if you got a group of people that set up some shit for you, like, there's no truth in those people. You get what I'm saying? Because if they set up all this negative shit to happen in your life, why would you let them come in? You get what I'm saying? If somebody doesn't really love you for real, if somebody doesn't love you for real and they don't operate in the energy of truth, why would you let that person come in? You get what I'm saying? Like, if you love me, you will show me that, because actions speak louder than words. Because I can sit up here and say I love you all day long, and ain't did shit for you. You get what I'm saying? That's how you know love is an action instead of just a word. And truth, the way I feel about truth is, I know they say love. Hold on, let me Google that. Hold on. I don't know if love is an adjective or what, but I feel like love should be an action word. Oh, wow. Somebody else Googled that before. Is love an action word? Yes. Love is widely considered an action word. It's demonstrated through behaviors, choices, and actions like giving, serving, and showing care. Not only a feeling or a noun, love truly involves actively doing things for another person. Even when feelings fluctuate to show commitment or affection, when it can start a feeling, while it can start as a feeling, love thrives and becomes real through intentional actions such as listening, supporting, and actions of service, making it a dynamic verb. I kind of felt that love was a verb. So what is truth? Is truth an action word? So they Googled that. Yes. Oh my God, I kind of felt that too. Wow. Yes. Truth is a noun. Hold on. Wait. It says, wait. Yes. Truth is both a noun, a state of feeling, and a powerful verb. A powerful action verb. So yeah, that's kind of like the protection spell, right? If you're not showing me love, and if you're not showing me truth, if you're not acting upon love, if you're not acting upon truth, then you can't come in. You get what I'm saying? But if you are showing me love, And if you are showing me truth, then yes, you can come in. And I'm not saying, because you know some love that be like, oh, well, you're not showing me no love. Bitch, don't nobody have to fuck your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, it be shit like that. Them motherfuckers, them certain motherfuckers that be manipulative, them manipulative, cunning motherfuckers, they be like, oh, well, that bitch ain't showing me no love. Nigga, don't nobody have to fuck your motherfucking ass. Take a bitch on a date or something. And then we can talk about some truth over some motherfucking, what? Onion bloom. We can talk about the motherfucking truth over goddamn onion bloom or something. These motherfuckers be, oh, fuck me. For what? Them motherfuckers, I'm telling you, you got some people are funny as fuck, swear. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker ain't showing me no love. Bitch, don't have to. Nigga, I'm sitting up here telling you the truth about that I'm not showing you, that I'm not fucking you. You get what I'm telling you the truth about it. So with that being said, let only love and truth come in. You get what I'm saying? Because I bullshit you not. I don't want no sick ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bullshit you not. If I'm a healthy person, I want a healthy man. I'm a healthy woman. I want healthy friends around me. Healthy children. I want healthy everything around me, because therefore, it's like where I'm slacking, you can pick up. You know what I'm saying? Or if I'm missing out on something, or if I'm not understanding something, or I'm slow on something, then guess what? You done did exercise a little bit more than me this week. So hell, you got more strength in the situation. So therefore, it's kind of like, you know, you might recognize truth. You might recognize the truth before I do. You might recognize somebody that's in love or love me or love you before I do. You get what I'm saying? But anywho, my love, like I said, this is a daily protection spell. You can say this every single day. And like I said, when it comes down to repentance and things like that, you got to just focus on good topics, good conversations, and good energy. Like I bullshit you not. That's why when it comes down to my old tarot cards, I had Murder Crows tarot. I had all type of different type of tarot. I had all types of different kinds. But when you recognize that words, they go back to you. That why do you think? Okay, there's one lady that I used to listen to on YouTube. I think her name was Unique Unapologetic. She was like the bald lady. She was bald or whatever, and I kid you not, she was on YouTube. She was on YouTube. She literally has a YouTube channel. I don't know where she is or anything, but me personally, I feel like she was a good, I feel like she had good intentions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kid you not, we all get on YouTube to take care of our children and provide for our family. You get what I'm saying? We don't get on YouTube just to be like, oh, it's competition with this person, that person, and that person. But if you go look at her page, I bullshit you not. If you go look at Unique Unapologetic Tarot's page, you can see that, you know, the backfires. You can see the what was it? You can see like the Murder Crows tarot, or just the shit that she was talking about was consuming her. Everything that she was talking about was consuming her mentally. And that's probably what drove her either to, you know, be away from the internet for a while or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's what drove her there. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, you got to make sure that you pay attention to what you're saying and what you're doing, because I bullshit you not. Like, you know, like I said, I only manifest greatness for people, love, great health, and wealth for people that are listening to my voice and that are attached to my energy. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want nobody that's attached to me, you know, to be low vibrational or broke or mentally disturbed or anything like that. You get what I'm saying? Because that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I promise you, that's not a good look, to look up to somebody and then turn around and be like, damn, something really happened to her, or something was, you know, off about her or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of why, you know, if we talking tarot, it's kind of like, let's talk good tarot talk. You get what I'm saying? Versus, oh, we just talking about, some people are blocked. You know what I'm saying? Some people are blocked when it comes down to their intuition. And I'm not saying everybody, but some people that have tarot cards are blocked when it comes down to their intuition. Yeah, because it's kind of like when you manifest it, when you talking, like no matter what you talk about, it's kind of like when you talking, you manifest certain things. That's why you got some men that be like, oh, I'm gonna marry that person, or I'm gonna have a kid with that person, or we gonna be millionaires, we gonna be rich, we gonna be this and we gonna be that, we gonna be happy, we gonna be safe, and all that type of shit, right? And it's kind of like that's why certain people say those things out loud. That's why they say those things publicly, because that's what they want to manifest to come back to them. You get what I'm saying? Because guess what? If we got a man that's listening, and it's kind of like he be wanting the same thing I want as far as like love, family, support, finances, and all that type of shit, right? Then it's kind of like, why would he not come into my life and bring me everything that I'm asking for? You get what I'm saying? Like, why would he not? If that's what he knows what I want. You get what I'm saying? Versus, you got people on the internet talking about heartache, pain, misery. Oh, watch out for this and watch out for that. Guess what? Everybody don't have to watch out for that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I promise you. It's a lot of people that are good spiritually, physically, and emotionally. And we don't have to watch out for tragedy to happen just because somebody else is mentally thinking that they want something else bad, something bad to happen to you. But it's just kind of like, with this being said, it's just like, you gotta pay attention to what you're manifesting. You get what I'm saying? Like, for real. Because I bullshit out. I don't manifest no AIDS, no sickness, no disease, no anything. Because it's all about the mind. When you think about it, it's all about the mind. So manifest protection daily, manifest love daily, manifest support daily, romance, emotional healing, love, passion, whatever it is that you desire. You get what I'm saying? Manifest it daily by even just speaking on it. Because you got some people that'll call you just to try to see what you got going on. You get what I'm saying? They'll just try to call you just to see what you got going on versus, you know what? I'm finna buy me this car. I'm finna buy me this house. I'm finna buy me this RV type shit. And it got a whole house in that motherfucker. It's damn near like a little apartment, a mobile apartment and shit. Like, I'm gonna manifest me some shit like that. I need my license. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to manifest good shit in our life versus, oh, we talking about an ex that did fuck shit to us years ago. If we still worried about what these ex did to us years ago, guess what? We'll still be sitting in that same ass energy versus, you know what? Fuck the ex. Let's manifest a new person that will never leave me alone or never, it's kind of like, y'all manifest me a new person that will never leave me alone. I'm gonna manifest me somebody that loves to provide and protect me, a man that can be real with me no matter what. You get what I'm saying? I don't want no man that walks away when he gets mad like a bitch. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's some shit that I don't want. I don't want no bitch ass nigga. I want a man that is able to sit and talk to me. I want a man that's able to be like, we can have great discussions, so therefore we can move on with our relationship. Because I'm that type of person. I bullshit you not. No matter what relationship I'm in, I'm the type of person that's willing to talk. Now, when I was willing to talk, you got some people that wasn't willing to talk when I was willing to talk. So with that being said, it's just kind of like that door is closed for me to even talk to certain people anymore. Because it's kind of like we let years and years go on. And it's like, oh, motherfuckers still don't want to talk. Okay, cool. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, like I said, even when me and my the man that I was really in love with, when we fought and I fucked him up, you know what I'm saying? And and I went to jail and behind that shit, and I got out of jail, and then we had to come back to the same fucking house. You know what I'm saying? Because we was living there together. So with that being said, it's like he got arrested. I got arrested. And then my mama was telling me, like, you shouldn't have done that. Woo, 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 da, da, da. But I'm like, I was telling her what he did. But she wasn't trying to hear that shit. You get what I'm saying? She wasn't trying to hear that shit because you know how some women are. You know what I'm saying? Like, some women are like that when it comes down to some men. They're like, they don't be trying to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, long story short, it's just like, long story short, it's like I wanted to, we still wanted to be with each other. So after the fight and shit, so it's kind of like we had to sit down and we had to talk about it. And we had to, come to the conclusion that, look, I don't want to hurt you and, you don't want to, it was like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hurt you. I don't, and it's kind of sad. Like when I'm like, oh my God, I did that to you. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, it's kind of like that when you really love somebody or even when you think you love somebody. Because the thing is, I thought I was really in love with that man because that was the first man I lived with. You get what I'm saying? But other than that, that was just a lesson, though. That was a lesson in my life, to the point where it was just like, I don't need to be with no man that is, you know, a belligerent drunk like that. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what really caused the shit, was that, I mean, I was drunk too, but I was asleep, though. I was like, my shit was wearing off. This motherfucker was freshly drunk. You know what I'm saying? He was freshly drunk, trying to come and argue with me. I'm coming down off this shit, nigga. You better leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming down, nigga. Leave me the fuck alone. Shit. But anywho, but anyway, my love, like I said, you got people that do things with kids' energy. You got parents that even give which is your kid's birthday and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, literally, that's why I got on tarot. That's why I even got on this side of spirituality and religion, because it's just like, I saw a lot of corruption. You know what I'm saying? I saw a lot of corruption going on when it come down to like tarot channel, the tarot community, and they got their picks and chooses and all that type of shit. I just saw a lot of corruption with it. And it's just like, hell, you know, everybody got they element or they realm or where they expose the darkness, right? Because think about, you know, Martin Luther King was exposing shit. Malcolm X was exposing shit. You know what I'm saying? You got Rashad Jamal, he was exposing shit. You get what I'm saying? But then, you know, it's kind of like everybody in the tarot community, everybody's, you know, trying to ride the same narrative. Everybody trying to ride the same story and shit like that, because they all working together to cause, what you call that? It's kind of like, instead of elevating people, it's what? Is it called de-elevating? You know what I'm saying? Instead of like elevating the collective, it's kind of like they'll just keep the collective thinking that, you know, it's a love story we always got to talk about, instead of, you know, spiritual healing. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's come up with a protection chant, or let's come up with a protection, you know, thing or something. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about faiths. Let's talk about the divine presence on all paths. Because, you know, you got some people that talk about the divine presence only at church. And sometimes the divine don't even be present at church. You get what I'm saying? Like, I kid you not. Sometimes the God and the divine will work through spiritual people that the world and everybody else will reject. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of why God protects, you know, the real ones. God protects the real ones. Because I kid you not. Think about, when I'm seeing enough, this 35 right here, that's kind of giving like Buddhist or whatever. But it's like, when you think about it, when you think about Buddhists or Buddha, you don't really hear too much tragedy or too much toxicity going on in that type of realm. Even when it comes down to Yeshua, you don't really hear too much bullshit in that realm. And the only reason why is because people had to elevate to get there. People had to learn certain things to get there. Yeshua and Buddha is on the same, their names are on the same page on this. So that's what's making me believe too, when it comes down to like certain spiritualists, Buddha, Yeshua, I don't know why I say Yeshua, but Buddha, Yahweh, Yeshua, Jesus, Ali, Muhammad, all those people, right? I kind of feel like they all are one and one. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like they all like, you know, side by side type shit. Because hell, what if Buddha didn't know something, you know what I'm saying, that Yeshua knew? She was like, shit, Yeshua, tell me what the fuck, you know, tell me what the fuck going on over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Yeshua, let me know how can I fit in with these motherfuckers just to learn some shit real quick. You know what I'm saying? And then Yeshua probably telling Buddha the same thing. Buddha, what? You know, Buddha, what's up with these people right here? What's this is? What you call that? And then Buddha would be like, oh, that's a singing bowl. He'd be like, Yeshua would be like, oh, okay, it makes sense. Okay, Yeshua would be like, okay, well, why y'all got singing bowls? Because it relaxes the mind. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, when it come down to balance, because I got Yeshua, Buddha, balance. Yeshua, Buddha, balance. So with that being said, it's kind of like, that shit balance. Like, I bullshit, it's a whole balance. Like, when you talk to other people and people enlighten you on certain things, I'm like, okay, I see why y'all do that then. That makes sense of why y'all do that. At first, I didn't understand because, you know, I was just following Yeshua. Because Yeshua don't know nothing about that. Yeshua will tell me straight up that I don't know nothing about that. Buddha will tell me straight up, I don't know nothing about that. Go ask Yeshua. Or Yeshua will be like, I don't know nothing about that. Go ask Buddha. You get what I'm saying? Because when it comes down to spirituality, I kind of feel like if you want to be enlightened or an awakened soul, shit, Yeshua, if you ask Yeshua something, be like, shit, I don't know, go ask Buddha. And then Buddha, you want to ask Buddha something that Yeshua know? Shit, go ask Yeshua. Shit, I don't know. You know, and you think he gonna be mad because you asking because you want to know? You get what I'm saying? But anyway, my love, all I can say is when you explore your spirituality, when you explore certain things, and you're not trapped to a certain mindset, because even having a demonic attachment could be trapped to a certain mindset, trapped or stuck to a certain thing. And another thing too is be mindful of a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, because somebody could be trying to give you like a small opportunity or something, but it's kind of like, it's like somebody could be married, attached to somebody or something, and it's like somebody wants you to accept something from them, but it could be a demonic offer, it could be a low vibrational offer, it could be something that is not even beneficial to you in the future. But anyway, my love, make sure you walk the middle path. That's all I can say. Walk the sacred middle path. Anyway, see you good. Have a good one. See